Design the Real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. We'll do a little bit of Definity, a little bit of Flow as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. We have a bit to go over today. I didn't get to go over really anything yesterday. I did have a podcast yesterday. VJ Sugar. Definitely go check that out. Like 10 out of 10 recommend that. That is a very, very good podcast. I really enjoyed it. Quick little conversation, covered everything. VeVe, OMI, Cat, other things. Obviously stuff about his new law office, his new law firm. But I didn't really get to go over any of the news yesterday. So let's see what we got here. I didn't get to go over really a ton of anything. One thing I do want to go over, which I will go over every day until I am blue in the face, and I'll get to Definity next, and then Flow, and then OMI, and then the rest of the news today. But VonDoom.eth, 180,000 followers over on the X. Again, it has a Bored Ape or Mutant Ape as his profile picture, and .eth is his last name. You know, that's his, not his last name, his thing. He says, I just lost my ordinals. Might have downloaded a bad version of Leather Wallet from the App Store. Unbelievable. All my decent stuff went there. This is a man with almost 200,000 followers, Web3 crypto NFT native, knows more than 99% of people inside of Web3. That's inside of Web3. And obviously people inside of Web3 know 99.99% more, anyone else in the masses. If someone like that can get got, if someone like that can get scammed, get rug pulled, what choice does grandma have of going and not get scammed? This is why VeVe, in my opinion, is the best choice for all worlds. It is that closed garden, that closed ecosystem where nothing bad ever happens. It's like the Pride Lands when Mufasa was running it before Scar took over, and then they had nothing to eat. Nothing bad happens there. It's like that place in Legoland. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, just throwing that out there. All right, we got a couple of other things to go over here. So we'll start off with the, I guess we'll start off with Definity real quick. We'll make that DEFX. Put this over here. That is up about 2.5% on the day, but there's not a lot of trading going on with it. It's 12,000 in trading volume today. It has, again, looks like it's trading like a penny stock, but that's why I really, really like it. Before any big major announcements are ran about. Right now, it's $6.9 million market cap. Everyone comment nice down below with the 69. Fully diluted market cap is 7.7 million. I really, really like this one. I interviewed the co-founder, Manu Chattery, the other day. Very competent guy, very cool, and they're really, really small. They have like 12 people in there, and they move pretty quick. And again, a lot of big announcements to come. One of the other things that I did, and I put like a decent bag into that as well. Flow, down about 2.3% on the day, but Flow is obviously, so I guess we'll go over the underrated, maybe not underrated, overrated. I'll get to that in a minute. Crypto Rain had a video today talking about people that had gone on and said like, oh, look, I made this 25x gain from this meme coin. And people do that all the time. They go, they get lucky, they pick a meme coin, and they, boom, they get 25, 50x gains, and they can make thousands of dollars on it. But what a lot of people really don't tell you, and again, I'm generalizing here. These are like the rules, but there are exceptions to that rule, where some people actually do the research and they say, okay, well, this person that's an OG Sheeb holder, this person that's an OG whatever holder, this person bought into this meme coin, and so did this. All right, so big whales are coming in. I'm going to get it. And there's people that kind of study down on blockchain, but for the most part, and there's people that post their trades everywhere, all of them, not just the successful ones. But I feel like a lot of people that kind of really get into a bunch of these meme coins, again, it's not all of them, but most of them are trash, no utility. These amount of them are pump and dumps. These amount of them are rugs. But there's people that go and they say, hey, I just made 25x on this coin. And again, I'm paraphrasing here from Crypto Rain. They usually never put thousands of dollars into that. Maybe they put a couple hundred in, and that 25x, you know, if you put in $200, yeah, you get 5K. Pretty nice. But they also really don't tell you about their losses. Yeah, sometimes people kind of get hecked. Hey, yeah, they might have made 5K on one item, but they lost a couple grand on all the other stuff they put in. So again, law of averages. If you throw something enough crap against the wall, something's going to stick, and that can happen with meme coins. You could put in, $100 in 10 meme coins and not hit anything, but then $100 into the next meme coin, and then suddenly, you're up 30x. And again, does that happen often? Happens often enough to where people are making money on it, but for the most part, people don't do that. A lot of people say like, "Oh, you made 20x on it. Let me put in, hoping it goes higher," and then you wind up being exit liquidity. So yeah, that's kind of a big thing that I just wanted to go over there. But for someone like Flow, that has 97 million in trading volume on the day, 2.3 billion in market cap, and that's relatively low. Usually, Flow has over 100 million. That is where I see OMI going over the next. By the end of this, maybe not by the end of this, maybe by the end of this year. I don't see any reason why OMI can't be on most of the exchanges that Flow is on. The only exchanges that I think that it wouldn't be on would maybe be Coinbase, and then I guess Binance would be hard too. Pretty much anything that's kind of just in the U.S. because the U.S. has made it fairly clear that they don't like crypto, at least for right now. And even Coinbase, they're in the middle of an investigation with the SEC. Really don't want to get on their radar, but I do believe that we get tens of millions, if not 100 million, 100 million in volume per day on OMI by the end of the year. But speaking of exchanges, we'll go to OMI real quick, and then we'll see how the OMI is doing on the day. Down about 3.55%, 3.3%, down to 001106. So we at one point were at 00115. Now we're 00110. So that accounts for that 3%. About 1 million in trading volume on the day. So again, not great. And again, it still looks kind of like it's trading like a penny stock. Whatever, we'll get that until we get a lot more exchanges. And obviously, BitGet has helped, but BitGet, I think over the last 24 hours, is like the 4th or 5th most popular exchange. What do we got here? I think OKX, Uniswap, and AscendX have done more. Let me see what BitGet's done. Where's BitGet? All right, BitGet's number 6 over here. 116 volume. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is the 5th largest. So it's kind of like in the middle there. And obviously it helps. It helps when people have that. But Akomi has gone on and they have said, hey, they're teasing a couple of more exchanges. I don't know if they're really big exchanges, but exchanges nonetheless. Let's see where we're at here. One was from Newton. Newton is they said, logging into your Newton app today, you may notice a new coin appearing on your screen. After numerous requests from our users, we've officially launched Pepe. Viber NFT says, you made a lot of Canadians happy today. Newton says, woohoo. And then Akomi going and tweeting, whoop, whoop. Now, obviously, Foster is in charge of this account. Foster is Canadian, but Foster may have just been playing a little coy there, maybe a little facetious, and just being like, oh, I'm Canadian, and maybe he forgot he was on the wrong account. I don't think that's the case, because I feel like if he was on the wrong account, he might go and just not, what's that called? He might just go and might have just deleted that, but he didn't. So I'm kind of assuming he knows what he's doing there and is just teasing. Now, have we seen any more OMI go to any other exchanges from the business development wallet? I don't believe so, but as of right now, I will take the teases as I get them. Another one we have is from teasing me, CoinSpot AU. So CoinSpot AU saying we have just listed 3 new coins. Check them out. Zeta Chain, LimeWire, ATAR protocol or ATOR. So I said it would be really great if you could list OMI. You'll see trading and engagement like you've never seen before. And VeVe Meister had said something, and then or no, I just said something, and then Akomi had just tweeted Aussie, 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 because again they are in the AU for Australia. VeVe Meister says, stop teasing, you're confusing people. And Akomi said, don't mind us, just studying up on our geography lessons. So again, I do think that is another reason why they are teasing, because maybe CoinSpot Australia and maybe Newton Crypto, those are probably other places that we might see next, or at least some point in the future. In season 2 of Kyle XY, Kyle goes, I think he's talking to Jesse or Lori, and he says, "Nothing is just anything if it comes from Adam Balin. Nothing is just anything. Nothing is by accident if it comes from the Akomi Twitter." So I'm just going to leave that there, and hope that that comes to fruition and make me look like Nostradamus. But yeah. So those are a couple of the exchanges that Akomi had been teasing over the last day or so. I didn't get to that yesterday just because, again, I couldn't. What else we got? Yeah. Someone, no, I'm gonna lose. Nope, not doing that. Copy address, Akomi. Okay, current levels. So Sergio goes on and posts OMI versus collectibles. At current price, it costs about $20 per MCP point via staking the OMI token on VeVe, meaning like depending on how many you stake. Although he's only staking like less than 2 million OMI, and there is a curve to it. So he's only getting like 96 points. If you were to go and it's not like 1-to-1. Like, okay, if he doubles that, he's just gonna get 192 points. There is a curve to it. So I think it's the more you stake, the more you get. Which is by contrast, costs $2 to buy an uncommon comic that yields 1 point per day. So it costs 10 times more point earned via the OMI versus token collectible side. Sergio's leaving a lot out of this equation here. He's assuming that OMI price is going to stay constant, and it is not. And again, this is not financial advice, but that OMI price staying constant would be laughable. Obviously going to go way, way up by the end of the year. So he's not taking that into account. Be like, yes, you could get more MCP points if you go and buy, X amount of dollars of comics. That's the equivalent amount of this OMI. But those $2 comics are going to get you like maybe a little bit of a return. OMI is going to get you a much, much higher return, and thus you'll be able to go and use that OMI for more bronze tickets. Because again, when you go and buy bronze tickets, at least according to one of the articles, I think when they mentioned it, it was $1 worth of OMI. And obviously, if you have, let's say you have $5,000 worth of OMI now, end of the year, I think that's likely going to be worth $50,000. So now you have literally 10x the amount of money that you can use for bronze tickets, which will in turn get you more MCP points if you use those bronze tickets for MCP. That's what they say with that particular schedule. But yeah, that's he kind of left that out. He kind of only kind of half-assed the equation there. Moving on. Let's see what else we got. But a strange question for this group. Wait, ors only above. We don't need any more. Oh yeah, no. Like that one day, start mentioning it. So VeVe could go and they could do. I don't know. I mean, again, the walled garden is great. There's some people that really do want self custody, and self custody is good. People like it. It doesn't really affect the price of anything. I mean, you've seen self custody on a couple of other places. Hold on. 1 second here. Oh my god. Oh my good googly goodness. Okay, sorry. We've had a couple of other platforms go and do the interoperability thing. It really doesn't affect the price that much or at all. Now that could be because the other platforms that are doing this are just not that big and not that popular. But yeah, 69 viewers. Now, if VeVe were to go and offer interoperability, that might be a horse of a different color, just because VeVe is just that big powerhouse. Like VeVe is to NFT and Web3 as what PSA is to Pokemon. PSA has got that. They've been around for a while. There's trust in them. They're a big, healthy company. And let's say something like Whatnot is just been around for a couple of years. A lot of shady stuff's going down on them. A lot of the rest of the platforms are like the Whatnot, to Web3, and VeVe's kind of that big baddie, that big healthy company. So maybe interoperability does affect VeVe collectibles in a more positive way than it does to other platform collectibles. But again, there's really just no way to tell until you actually pull that toothpaste out of the tube. All right, moving on. Nope, ain't doing that. There's no more understanding supply. Yep. There's gonna be a lot of demand for this token so soon. I tell y'all. Nika said, I've just met David Yu and Dan Crothers in Dubai Airport on my way back from UK from Taiwan. I've never ever landed anything big on VeVe, but I've always kept faith and enjoyed collecting regardless. David Yu says, I have a present for you. Thank you so much, VeVe Official. And David Yu requotes that saying, welcome to the gold and silver logo community. So it's in Pokemon, you can only get certain cards if you go to Worlds. What I mean by that is like there's Worlds tournaments every year in Japan, to New York, it's in the UK. They have it everywhere. Different spot each year. And there are cards that you can only get if you either compete in that tournament and win a certain amount. You get top 32, top 16, quarterfinalist, semifinalist, finalist, champion, all that. And there's only a couple of those cards. And you could only get that either if you play or if you run up someone like, hey, give you like $200 for this, $500 for this card, and they'll take it. Some of them, most of them. There are only thing and do what's interesting about Pokemon, because Pokemon's an older hobby. It is filled with little bits of Team Rocket. Every company, every fandom has kind of its bad eggs, bad apples, or people that just kind of want something for nothing. And there's people out there that are just like, these people are getting it, for free. They have access to this. Well, those of us without money, we don't have access to that. Well, that's not the fault of Pokemon. I mean, if you're good enough at the game, you get invited to Worlds. And then if you are not good enough, but you still want to go, and you just, you happen to get more money in your life. Obviously, the older you are, the more time you've had to build up that capital. But there's very few people in Pokemon that go and say like, oh, I don't have access to that because I don't have money. But I do see a loud minority on VeVe that does say kind of like, oh, you only get good stuff if you go to the events. Well, they don't say that. They say like, I'm missing out. I can't go to these events. Where's my free stuff? Do I need to bring up JFK? Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. I feel like I'm rustling some jimmies here, so I'll try to say this in a way that's not going to rustle as many. Ask what you can do for the company, not what the company can do for you. I mean, we already know what the company can do for us. You had the chance today on the Joseph Parker drop to put in $20 and come out with like $500, because that is a 20 something, that is a 25x on your return. There were many people that sold for 500 plus. A lot of people did sell for like 410, 420-ish. There was a lot of those. Everyone comment blaze it down below for the 420. What other company gives you that avenue to go on and turn $20 and 25 exit 20 minutes later? None. I mean, maybe if you have like a couple of gambling things, maybe if you have, I don't believe this happens really on any other NFT platform. If it does, comment down below and prove me wrong. But right now, I think that VeVe already does a lot for us. They have a big announcement with Marvel coming out tomorrow. What is it? I don't know. I have no idea. But Marvel has a really, they've been tweeting at this. They've been posting out this on their socials, on Instagram. Let me go and try to find this for you here. I'll get into the Joseph Parker stuff in a second and all of the wildness that came out with that. But let's go. Miss this. Shout out to Max and the OMI homies saying like Austin gang in full effect. Let's have some fun. VeVe Official. David Yu post. Looking forward to see y'all at South by Southwest 2024. All right, come on, we go. All right, so yeah, Marvel going out tweeting to their 18 million followers. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Stay tuned for the announcement of the new age of Marvel Comics X-Men storytelling tomorrow at South by Southwest. Tomorrow, a new beginning. X-Men from the Ashes. Thursday, March 14th, Austin Convention Center. They don't mention VeVe. A little salty about that. Really wish they would, but they're presenting with VeVe. I want to take a look at the wording here, where the wording goes and says, stay tuned to the announcement for the new age of Marvel Comics, hashtag Marvel Comics, but then immediately say X-Men storytelling tomorrow. Now, obviously, the Ultimate X-Men, these are the ones that are getting rebooted, so it is storytelling for this. I don't know if the announcement tomorrow only has to do with the new Ultimate X-Men and VeVe. We don't know if it has anything to do with, X-Men 97, new TV show. We don't know if it has anything to do with the new X-Men comic. We don't know what it is, but we know it's something, and it's got to be, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10 chili peppers, 10 being the most exciting, 1 being the least exciting. Right now, I'd say I'm at like a 4.5, maybe a 5. Like this, it's gonna be good. It's good. It's gonna be like, oh, like, pleasantly surprised. I feel like a 10 would be insane. I don't even know what a 10 would look like. But I would give us like a pretty good chili pepper rating here. VeVe Magic might be live for that tomorrow. I think there's a couple of people that might go and make videos depending on what it is. I'll go over it tomorrow night, when I can. Just, got other stuff going on. But yeah, let's go over the rest of the news here. Already been talking for 20 minutes. I really should. Where is this? Tuesday? Monday? What's today? All right, today's Wednesday. So let's go and yep, that. Going through, so much hasn't planned. Sparkplug says, I love that we're following through with what has been planned, but I have one question. When MCP level 200? 100 is currently the highest that you can get. Naveen Sharon says, these levels and ranks should not merely be levels and ranks. There should be some rewards in digital collectible from, VeVe logos attached with certain milestones. What do you think? Foster Hill says, sounds like a good reason to have updated ranks. So maybe we get some updated ranks in the future. That'd be pretty exciting. Spider-Man yesterday. Yeah. First appearance of Ben Reilly. Sold out, made like what, 32,000? Made that real quick. Elaborate, mention, or buy it, say this. Okay, sorry. They're working on an Interstellar 2. I think that'd be great if they can get that on VeVe. That'd be awesome. RoboCop 1987 sold for $6,000. I repeat, RoboCop, mint number 1987, sells for $6,000. I don't think RoboCop is like $100, but if it is, that is a 60x the floor. There are not too many places where you could get 60x the floor. Maybe some like special mint partner statues, Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, maybe the VeVe Gold logo if anyone wants to buy number 41. But yeah, that's a big one. $6,000. I posted something about that on Facebook. Let me go and see what it is here. I had said the digital collectible narrative is on its way. This RoboCop, special mint number 1987, just sold for $6,000. Miles Morales sold the other day for $12,000. There have been countless other collectibles on VeVe that have sold for thousands or tens of thousands over the past couple months, and they're happening more and more often. The bull market is back. Hashtag VeVe $OMI. I guess I didn't post it today, but there was another one today that happened. It was a Elsa mint number 11111. That is 11,111. Sold for like $5,500. Mint numbers are making people crazy. Twitter, all Kirby Cafe. All right, sorry. What 10 months MCP announced? Okay, all right, yeah. So here's I don't even know who posted this. Saying 10 months ago when MCP first announced, the market went nuts with collectors collecting MC points, and it's continued. Rare comic secret rares, blah blah blah. And today their rank was stripped away before earning one single reward for becoming its first iteration master collector. Foster did respond to either this or something similar to it, saying like, "Hey, I think it would be cool if people could go get a OG master collector. Like, if you were once a master collector, then maybe get like a badge or something." Foster Hill goes and I don't know if I have it on here. He made. Let me see if I could find it. I don't think I have it because it was something that. No, I don't. But basically, Foster Hill had gone on and maybe I do. Yeah. Well, let's read a couple of his thoughts on this because he's the Ecomi community manager and he has 2 bits of thoughts on it. Feedback. Yeah, here's one of them. As someone who has sat on the sidelines and observed the feedback on both sides of the last 24 hours with the most recent change to the VeVe Master Collector program, I want to take a moment to provide my own personal opinion. I want to preface this by saying that I was a master collector before the change and still am now. He gets 2,550 daily points. But I don't believe that in either case I should be. I think it's fantastic that we have MCP that can reward people for collecting, but the truth is that no model will fully cover every edge case that exists. Is someone who buys only expensive grails less of a master collector than someone who only collects comic books that come at a lower price tag? Is someone who focuses on a specific collectible or fandom less of a master collector than someone who diversified and collects sets because they have several interests? Is someone who collects special or low-min items less of a master collector than someone who has a Tokidoki army of collectibles? Well, I didn't use Alligator Loki there. That's my thing. Do you focus on most amount of money spent or the most amount of items owned? Maybe the focus is put on the time spent on the platform. The inherent problem with the MCP is that there is never going to be one definition of what a master collector is. And if there was, chances are it would not encompass many of the groups listed above. Since the program was originally released, I was always of the belief that MCP should complement your collecting journey and not be the reason that you collect. And I still believe that this is true today. Let me do that one more time for the people in the back. MCP should complement your collecting journey and not be the reason that you collect. One more time. MCP should complement your collecting journey and not be the reason that you collect. All right, I'm done. Users have been earning MCP points since the program rolled out, but only recently did having MCP points provide any tangible benefit in the form of priority waitlisting. Most users were not focused on earning MCP points until they did something. Yet being a master collector has never been more than a social flex, but some have expressed disappointment for not being compensated or rewarded. While I understand this frustration, it's important to note that users who are master collectors were being rewarded, as your rank is a byproduct of the daily MCP you earn relative to other users. The threshold for master was previously 700 points per day, meaning that the base level master could enter the MCP waitlist once per week. Someone who was in silver, who only earned 100 points per day, could only enter the waitlist once every 50 days. These rewards exist and will continue to be available for users who are earning those MCP rewards. And while the rank itself has adjusted, the amount of points you earn has not been affected. While achieving Master Collector was cool before, I personally believe that this change adds a level of appeal that simply did not exist before. If everyone can easily acquire something, it's generally no longer as special. I have a good analogy for that, but I cannot use it here. I'll say that again. If everyone can easily acquire something, it's generally no longer as special. It's important to remember that your rank percentile is relative to all other users, and the amount of points to be in a level is not static, meaning that if a certain percentage of users surpass you in a level, you could lose a rank even if you earn the same amount of points. This adds a level of gamification and encourages users to always engage and add to their collections. Finally, I believe that VeVe has a goal to cater to the masses. When changes are made, and the intention behind it is not always immediately made clear as they occur, but I believe it will become more so over time. Only 1% of active users can become master collectors. 1% of 50,000 users is 500 people. 1% of 500,000 users is 5,000 people. Oh God, where did I go here? Oh yes. And 1% of 5 million is 50,000 people. So in order to offer rank and level-based rewards, it's likely that changes like this are required and will also need to occur again moving forward. As someone who is a master collector, but is truly anything but, I feel for everyone who lost their rank, but keep enjoying the platform for what it is, and you'll be back in no time. Whatever they're paying Foster is not enough. That man is so articulate. That man, and I'm not saying this just because we shared a bed once, twice, 3 times. I don't know. I'm saying that because it's true. I like to speak in absolute truth, and I don't think there's anyone that's better for that job that can eloquently explain the thoughts that I have, but I cannot put down on paper because I am not. I feel like that guy, like, but I'm not a rapper though, but I'm not a writer, even though, but never mind. He also goes on and posts something today, and I know I'm going over a lot here, but this is important. Really appreciate all the feedback people provided. Some great points were raised about tokens of appreciation VeVe could show OG master collectors, like a profile badge, and I'm hopeful that something like this can be added someday. To show the value behind being an OG master collector, I want to share some numbers from Joseph Parker drop on VeVe earlier today. And these numbers are old, so there are new numbers now. From the public polling, the consensus seems to be 21,000 MCP points were required to secure a reservation to buy the drop. Being a master collector used to be 700 daily MCP, which for many now puts them somewhere in Diamond 3 or Diamond 4. If you wanted to bid enough to secure an allocation as an OG MC, it would take you 30 days to have enough points. If you were previously Diamond 4, you may have been earning 150 daily MCP points, but if you wanted to bid on the same drop, it would take you 140 days to save up, which is almost 5 times as longer. As time progresses, being a diamond or even platinum collector on VeVe will likely be seen as an incredible achievement, and I'm hopeful that perks and rewards associated with those levels reflect how hard it is and will continue to stay in those levels. Regardless of the perks that are coming, if you've collected on VeVe for 3+ years, as many of us OG MCs have, you likely have 1 million or more MCP points. This means that you could bid 20,000 MCP points on 50 drops for almost 1 week for the next year. New users who are coming to the platform who become Master Collector at 2,200 daily MCP points would need to earn this amount every day for the next 454 days, which is over 15 months, just to be in the position that you are right now. A lot of people, I actually came up in my memories today. Be thankful for what you have, not what you're missing. Throw that out there. I feel very grateful to be in the position I am to take advantage of the MCP priority waitlist, and I'm excited to see what VeVe has in store for everyone who is a collector at heart in the months and years to come. Oh, preach, Foster. Preach, girl. I know, I call you girl too much, but you know what? That's just, anywho. What else do I have here for other stuff? All right, so updated numbers. Let's go to VeVe right now to get this updated bread. VeVe, where you at? Where you at, girl? Girl. Seriously, where you at? All right, I guess I'm going to type you in the old-fashioned way. Type in VeVe official, and it's about Joseph Parker. They go out and say, it's a unanimous decision. The Team Parker drop was a favorite for the VeVe fam. It was an instant sellout, faster than Joe Boxer's quick hand. There were over 3 times more users joining the waitlist than expected, and the average successful bid to secure a priority spot was 42,100 points. That is the average bid that people had. So if you multiply that by 689, which is how many people there were that were able to get that because they do 40%, that is over 29 million MCP points burned. I'll say it again. That is over 29 million MCP points burned. I know a couple people that had put in tens of thousands, like 50, 80,000, but there had to be people that had put in over 100,000 points. Because when you have the average is like 42, like that's insane. You had to have people that were doing over 100,000. You had to. It's the law of averages. You're gonna have those edge cases. And God damn. Anyway, they go on to say congrats to all who were lucky enough to get VeVe's first sports digital collectible today. And what's wild is you can still actually go and get some for a relatively cheap price, relative to what the price was anyway. Oh, Miles Morales went up to 15.5 thousand doll hairs. Insane. I think it was just delistings. I don't think anyone actually bought the most recent one, but here we go. The black gloves are $42. So these was a $20 drop. The poster of Joseph Parker is still relatively cheap. It's actually at retail at $20. I should just get it. I shouldn't. I gotta save. And then obviously the golden gloves, the secret rare, a little bit lower now than it was. That's at $395. All right, so let's get to a little bit of underrated, overrated here. Team Parker golden gloves, $395. These are the first collectibles, and dude, if he becomes champion, if he goes and he gets that, in the next in the next like year, he becomes champion. Those do a 5x. You add a 0 to that, and that's what those might be. Everyone's going to want his first digital collectible. Yeah, add a 0. If he doesn't, I mean, just because of the scarcity, he'll still go out. Let's say he loses his next fight, whatever, God forbid. The gloves still might go up just because they are relatively scarce. But they are the first sports that's on VeVe, so that's really special. Oh, I got the text messages, and I don't have this PayPal is supposed to go through, but he might send me a PayPal anyway. But look, hear me out here. Even though boxing is, in my opinion, one of the greatest sports in the world, um, and there are fans the world over, and there are boxing fans the world over. But let's face it, more people are going to watch Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight than most other boxing fights. You know, a lot of people are really into UFC now. Most people are going to do that. So, do I want to go and get? And obviously, I love boxing. I love Joe Hart. Like, I'm literally going to be boxing or sparring with Josh Emmett later this year. So that's obviously going to be a, it's obviously going to be a thing. Um, I mean, he was already champion, right? Like he's already been champion. So I think he's got, I would say, a couple fights before he goes and gets that. But anyway, do I want to get one of Joseph Parker's, or would I get, maybe you can't get a sub 100? Maybe you can. Would I want to get one of those? Wow, Luke Skywalker's, $49, really cheap. A rare Luke Skywalker you can get a sub 100 for 330. It's like, well, yeah, but there's like a lot of Luke Skywalkers, aren't there? Like 3,800. Yes, you're right, but there's only 59 sub 100 rare Luke Skywalker. There's only 59 animated sub 100 Luke Skywalkers. There's another 59 on the ultra rare. There's another 59 on the secret rare. There's only 59 animated. You can get that for sub 100 for 330, or you can pay an extra $65 to get a first appearance sports Joseph Parker, Team Parker gloves. So whichever ones that, and I'm not saying one's going to be Luke Skywalker is definitely underrated. I would say these gloves right now are probably properly rated. I don't think they're really overrated, but let me go towards this here. Another one that I have, or not that I have, but just something that I've seen. Year of the Dragon, the Lucky Rosso. These are cool. They're all gold. Okay, well, in general, these are both pretty cool. You know, I got the normal ultra rare, which I think they go for like $20, whatever. Lucky Rosso Gold goes $650. There's a lot that you could do for $650 here, and I don't think it really has to go into that. Now, those are super scarce. You know, there's 80 of them, but you could go in and you can get. Can you have that popularity versus scarcity? Hey, what's up, Connor? Thank you so much for the super chat over there. Giving me those drinks. I'll cheers to that. I'll cheers to that, sir. Where are we at here? Now you can go and get a Marvel Mighty, and again, these Marvel Mighties are. I'm very, very scared to try to get these or not try to get these to try to say one way or the other. Because the Black Panthers is $900, and there's one person that has 27 of those, which is bananas. They have over 10% of the supply, and I think they're going to dump at some point. Yeah. We haven't seen that yet. Now, again, Marvel could announce something tomorrow where I don't think they're going to announce either Marvel Mighties, but any of those things could be. I have all my Marvel Mighties, but I only paid $289 for my secret rare. I didn't. There's some people that I know that spend around 600-ish, so I understand. If I were to sell one at, let's say, 900, I'd probably buy back at like 650-ish. Maybe 7. Do a quick flip. Maybe I shouldn't even do that. I'm not even. Again, I don't have one for sale. But that Lucky Rosso right now, that might be a little bit overrated. Now, does that mean that it's not going to go up? No. That Lucky Rosso is a scarce item. There's only 80 of them. And as the months go on, there's likely going to be more than 80 people that are going to go and want that, and the price will probably go up. But I'm just saying that if you're on a budget, I think there's better ways to spend that $650. There's probably better ROIs in some places. Like I said, I think there's a Luke Skywalker out there right now for like $700. Ultra rare, sub 100 Luke Skywalker. It's actually mine. It's there for 700. That is a better bet, in my opinion, than that. Well, Chavez, and why you're selling it? Well, I already have one. I have a number 43. I have a whole 43 set. So, but there's just a couple things underrated, overrated. I haven't gone over all of the news yet, but I've been talking for 40 minutes, so I might just make another video after this. I don't know. But let's get to the comments here, because it's been a while. VeVe Zombie says, hey, Randy, you got me into Pi. Can you do a video on KYC? Coming up for 120 a couple days ago. That's not the real price. That is not the real price of Pi. That is, they have not. I don't know what that is. That is a different offshoot. I'll show you real quick. Like I'll show you why that $120 is not a real thing. Let me find it. I haven't opened my Pi app in like forever. There's just ads on there. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to update my app. I don't want to do it. Right. So if y'all see up there, I have 51,000 Pi. That is 51,000. That's why I know that $120 is doo doo. 51,000 times 120. What do I have? 6.1 million in Pi. That's not a thing. Let's see what it actually says though on the. I can't even find. I searched Pi, and nothing actually came up. So I don't know what that is. But that thing that you see on CoinGecko for Pi, that is not the actual price. The KYC, I don't remember how I did it. It was so long ago. Okay, I guess it's all right. Let me mine this. Oh my God, I can't. Yeah, get out of here. It does show you somewhere what your, maybe it's on mainnet. Okay, so my verified balance, or my transferable balance is 1,000. It looks like. Oh no, I migrated like 985, which I know is a lot less than 50,000, but 985 times 120. Yeah, 118,000. There's no way I have 118,000 in Pi. And I guess I can transfer one more Pi, but it's not really going to matter. It's not really going to be a thing. And the unverified balance, you can only convert if the rest of your team does KYC. And obviously, a lot of people kind of fallen off this. Boo says, look into Mew token. I don't want to. That's a Pokemon, and if it's going to be an actual, no, I can't. One Duck Hat is my token. Duck Hat has a higher market cap. It's got. Let's take a look at Duck Hat. Oh, it's up 6% on the day. Duck Hat has it has more volume. It's more higher market cap. Likely got more people. Even though yes, Memecoin is up 20% on the day. That sounds like just a meme token. Duck Hat obviously has a little bit of utility there. It's got a comic book that came out, another comic book that's coming out. It's got a little bit of stuff there. Bill Gardner saying first, like, what up? Who says, just sold my Oculus Quest 3 to buy more OMI. Bitforex got me down bad. Ooh, sorry, man. But yeah, getting more OMI is, well, that's what I'm doing. What does anyone, what should you do? I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. There's all this bullish news. OMI still down over 9%. It's all-time high. Dude, you got to wait for the narrative. That narrative will come. When does it come? I don't know. It could be 3 months from now. It could be a year from now. But that narrative will happen. And we need to have more utility for the token. We need OMI to NFT, and we need more exchanges, and we'll get them. But we might have to wait a couple months for that. I don't think we get really anything crazy for OMI. I mean, this quarter is a couple weeks left. But I think that, yeah, the Marvel announcement likely has nothing to do with Akomi, like at all. Maybe Dan goes and sneaks one thing in there, like, oh, you can get the, like whatever with OMI to NFT. Like, I don't know, maybe saying like, you can get these Marvel comics on the VeVe app, and you can, eventually you'll be able to buy them with OMI. I don't know, something like that. But I pretty much think it'll be no news on Akomi from tomorrow. I think it'll really just be VeVe and Marvel stuff. But yeah, you're gonna have to wait. I would say give it a couple months. I'd say by the end of Q2, OMI's probably at 0.004. I'd say that's probably a pretty good bet. You have utility there. I don't know if they're going to start burns. I mean, if they have OMI to bronze ticket, we'll have the burns. Yeah, if we have OMI to bronze ticket, we'll get the burns with circulating supply. OMI to NFT, I don't think they would. Maybe they do a little bit, but I think that, the fees, I don't know what they go to. We'll see. Bogar saying, I didn't even look at my phone until 12 today. Totally missed the drop. You hecked up, Bill. You hecked up. Sidwack saying, give it time. Fire's been lit. Just need the gas. Agreed. And thank you, Wes, for being a member. Mrs. J. Kill, giving me those hearts. Thank you, Mrs. J. Kill. All Chat Games says, add booth 777, gives you a heart. Troy Evans says, what's up, Randy? Did you go for the gloves today? Around Secret Rare 203? I did. I bid 15,000 points, which is more than I thought that I would need, but I did not get selected. Again, you needed 20 something. The average was 42,000, which is nuts. Omicron says, hi, homies. Hey, Omicron. All Chat Gaming, give me that straight fire. Wings of Adventure says, let's get this toast. Wings of Adventure. You remind me of, what was that game? Everwing. It's just the little dragons that you get as your little buddies. That looks awesome. Boss King says, hope your voice box is going okay today, Legend. Yeah, I had three lives 2 days ago, and that was nuts on Monday. I had just one live yesterday with BJ, and then just one live today. And it'll likely just be one live tomorrow. I don't foresee myself going live more than that. Yeah, it's almost like people don't watch a freaking interview, my guys. Wings Adventure says, land of golden gloves. Oh, get that bread. Good for you, mate. 116. Very nice. Omar Kasaj is saying, good evening, fan. Good evening, Omar Kasaj. Hope you're doing well. Where am I at? Oh, God, where'd you go? BJN 1962 says, BitGet is a great step in the right direction, but come on, we need an exchange that US people can use, as where the majority of the users' money is. I agree. The majority of where the money would come from for VeVe, and OMI is going to be the US. And we don't have an exchange. But the SEC is literally investigating Coinbase right now. They're literally in a lawsuit. We are likely not going to get Coinbase while they're actively in a lawsuit against the SEC. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Anywhere else that they could go and that could service US clients? I don't know. Maybe possible. They're likely going to get other exchanges. And again, just because there's not an exchange that's going to service us doesn't mean that we won't be able to get OMI another way. We're likely going to be able to get OMI over on the web app. When is that going to be? I don't know. I think that's likely going to be months away, but we'll see. Bidwag saying, where we're going, we don't need exchanges. Doc Brown. Energy. What's going on, Energy? Bill Gardner says Pepe to the moon. Oh, I hope Pepe does really well. Regardless of that, Sid well said. Christopher Foss goes, hi, Randy. Long time no see. Hope all is well. Hello. Meow. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Like that song. I'm good and feeling all right. Charlie D said, yo, what's up, Randy? I bid 40,000 MCP points today, landed the secret rare, and sold it for 570. I will now use those gems to complete older sets, and I'm currently at 4,325 daily MCP points. You, sir, are a legend. That is a lot of MCP points. I have less than 2,000 a day, so I'm likely never going to be a master collector again, unless I go crazy when OMI to NFT comes out. But that's just me. So, the West, West. Who's shout out 69 viewers? Oh, nice. I mean, there's 103 viewers now. Homer says the qualities of the glove of Parker's drop are absolutely amazing. Well, I haven't seen them because I don't have them. I don't know what my collecting goals are right now. To be honest, it's really just going to be the Marvel Mighties. This last set, I didn't get any sub 100. So and that's because I had to spend like 350, like 380, $400 something completing the set. The 289 was just for the secret rare. Yeah, I would say I would say it's probably a good idea for me to just save money and then get some sub 100s and get some more Marvel Mighties as it comes out. I want, what do I want? I mean, I want more sub 100 Marvel Mighties, but we have another Marvel Mighty set that we're going to get in a couple weeks, and I just don't know if if we have another secret rare with 200 something, mints, I can't do it. Like I'd spend a couple $100 just for that. Like a lot. Potential humans says humans have thumbs. Human likes sharing. Share your thumbs with Randy and like the stream. You Earth Billies. Yes, smash it, smash it. Actually, yeah, let's do this. Let's go to my YouTube channel, yeah. And on my YouTube channel, let's go to today's live stream. And today's live stream, we're going to go and ask people to smash that like. There's only 39 likes. There's 108 people here. Come on, guys. All right, anyway. Let's go to the next comment. Regardless of my Hulk Mighty number 47 sold for 147 today. VeVe is healing. VeVe Avatar saying fully agreed on MCP points. Well said. Well, I mean, that was Foster's words, not mine. Avatar says it's time for OMI to take off. Let's go. I don't know when. I mean, it will eventually, but it might take a while for that narrative to hit. Again, it could hit tomorrow, or it could hit in the fourth quarter. We don't know, or it could hit in January of next year. We really don't know, or anytime in between. Hoping by summer. Hoping, but we'll see. Energy, give me those hearts. Doctor Strange, what's going on, Doctor? Doctor, give me the news. The St. Joe's Parker's not becoming champion, bro. He was already champion, right? He's a great boxer, but a long way off. Fury, like AJ, all the shots ahead of Parker at the moment. But I'd say, yeah, fights do take a while to happen. So I think it could happen the next 1 or 2 fights. And I mean, it really depends on the champion. Depends on the promoter. Depends on the money. Depends on whatever. Yeah, it depends on a lot. And I'm just, I'm just saying. Oh, hang on, I got tagged in something. He's been champion before. I think he could do it again, but that's just me. Okay, who is it? Oh God, who is this? I posted a photo before, and my friend just sent me this. So the photo was of me and me and my military homies, and obviously I'm kind of hiding in the back behind snow, and my friend Andrews. Anyway, Connor, thank you so much for the super chat. It means a lot. Drinks, cheers, mate. Sam Bukata says, all it takes in boxing is a chance and one punch. Just like one punch, man. Miranda, are you still a master collector? I'm not. I will likely never be a master collector again. Because, I mean, so like I love this stuff. I have 1,500 collectibles. I am the number 2 wallet in all of Marvel for the sub 100s. I'll repeat that again. I am the number 2 wallet in all of Marvel on this entire app for sub 100s. I've made my footprint. But at the end of the day, my goals are buying land in Madagascar and Indonesia and helping to make sure that endangered species get off that endangered species list. Most of my money from OMI will go to that. And very little of it will go to OMI to NFT. More than I would like will likely go to OMI to NFT. But my goal is not to be a master collector. I have collecting goals that I really want to, do, like solidifying that number 2 spot. But my the real life goals that just has to supersede everything. Fortunately / unfortunately. Andrew Detox, I wonder if OMI will utilize ERC 404 fractionalized NFTs. I that's a question for the blockchain team. Yeah. And it says, so Randy, you are not in comics? I mean, I have a little bit of comic. Like I have 1,000 collectibles, 550 comics, or 551. So like I have them, but I'm not like clearly I like collectibles a little bit more. 97 sets. Um, and comics are great. The stories are great. The writing, the artwork, it's beautiful. I wish I had more time to read them. But yeah, they're just they're for me to read. None of them are really there for investing. They're just I mean everything is really everything has its price. The only thing that I really don't want to sell that I would probably not sell unless for the headline would be the 41 gold silver VeVe logo. That's directly from David. I love him. Like I love that man deeply, intimately. No, I mean, well, not in that way, but but I would do it for the headline of the headline like, oh, this sells for record price. Because I mean, you have a bunch of people. This is going to sound foreign to a lot of you, but maybe not to some. There are people. All right, I won't say any particular set of race or culture, but there are certain people out there who'll be like, look what I got. Guess how much I paid for this? And they're bragging on how little they spent for their really cool item. And on the opposite end of that, there's other people like, look at this. Guess how much I paid for this mother flapper? And they're bragging on how much they spent for that item. The people that I'm really hoping comes to VeVe, and they will, are the latter of that group. Are the people that are going to say, look what I got, guess how much I spent, and they're going to tell you that it's going to be a huge amount. So the 41 logo and all the 41 logos, I would sell those for the headline of, hey, VeVe did this on record sale on VeVe. Cloud Process says, you inspire me. I've been watching you for a few years. Crazy to think. OMI and VeVe to the moon. Oh, why, thank you. I appreciate that, Cloud Process. Appreciate that a lot. I'm going to my comments, but I have a couple minutes here, so let's go to some more news that I haven't gotten to yet. Ooh, all right. Yep. Let's split. Oh, the cafe. All right. So here's a couple things that VeVe is likely going to be worth billions and maybe even tens of billions. Not the OMI token, VeVe. I mean, OMI token will be worth tens of billions easily as well. And because VeVe and Ecomi have that, like sister companies, and VeVe has a lot, and Akomi, they have the chance to go, and because OMI's on their balance sheet, they have a chance to do some really cool things. Sega, a couple $1 billion. Capcom, $5 billion. Square Enix, several billion. I think VeVe should really start to acquire other companies and start to go and really start to, hey, we don't want you to change a thing. We're just going to buy a majority share, let you do your thing, and we'll just get the profits of that. And then somehow incorporate them and like just buy into Capcom. Oh, okay. And then just have them give us everything. No negotiating. You just take them. Have them buy Square Enix. Same thing. Nintendo. God damn it. Sega. Get a Sonic the freaking Hedgehog, please. I'm sorry. I just love that type of thing. So you have Netflix. Reed Hastings, who's Netflix CEO, had said, we, Netflix, compete with and lose to Fortnite more than HBO. I'll say that again. We, Netflix, compete with and lose to Fortnite more than HBO. Chavez, why bring this up? Well, you have Disney that is, bought 10% of Epic for 1.5, 1.6 billion. And, that's where their metaverse is going. Cool. I believe that because Cavernous and Epic have a partnership, and because Cavernous is building the VeVeverse, that I think those two metaverses are likely going to be interoperable. I am like 97% sure on that, because that just makes sense. So we are going to be able to go and have our metaverse, most likely, in my opinion, be interoperable. Okay, there it is. We are likely going to have our metaverse be interoperable with Disney's metaverse because it's going to be on Fortnite. That's the company that they constantly beat out Netflix for attention. I think that's something special. And that's something that I'm going to go and talk about every single day because I think that's worth it. And I think that's something to be noticed. Bob Iger had also said, we're good at making movies and television shows and theme parks and cruise ships and the like. We've just never managed to demonstrate much skill on the publishing side of games. Let me repeat that once more. Bob Iger has said, we're good at making movies and television shows and theme parks and cruise ships and the like. We've just never managed to demonstrate much skill on the publishing side of games. That's why they always used to use Square Enix for their Kingdom Hearts game. That's why I believe they are buying into Epic for their metaverse. Why? Well, if you have you have an issue making games, buy into the company that has the most attention out there out of everything else, and then go and have them build the metaverse for you. And again, is Epic going to build it? Is Cavernous going to build it? I don't know. These are questions that we need answered. But yeah, that's another thing that I'm going to keep on bringing up because I feel like it's due there. So how other companies are doing, you have Star Wars Rogue One Disney Pinnacle on Flow, open edition sales. They have sold 9,200 of them. Chase pins, 233. Pins minted, 12,000 from February 6th to March 12th. So, a little over a month. And they have some sales on there. Good for Flow Chain, good for Disney. But the real money, that's on VeVe. The interim WBO heavyweight campaign is delivering a knockout today on VeVe. That's VeVe just kind of quoting Joe Parker there. Saving. Okay, that's cool. Exchange. Nope. Okay, where are we at here? Oh God, where was I? Sorry. Andrew says, what do you think? Will VeVe exclusive ultra rare comics play a bigger role in the future? Probably not. The VeVe and ultra rare comics are really cool, and there are people that are gonna because they're variants that are exclusive only to VeVe, but there's a lot of those variants. Those variants are like a dime a dozen. I don't think it'll really play a bigger role outside of certain people really wanting them, but that's about it. Henry says can't wait for gamification. Same. That we're probably not gonna get gamification until next year. The VeVeverse isn't even out yet. At the end of Q1, we likely won't get VeVeverse until Q2. I'm really hoping they roll that out in Q2 because they have to wait till Q3. The odds of getting IP branded worlds by the end of the year do not look good. So I'm really hoping that they get it out in Q2 and IP branded worlds can come in like Q4. Our rat Aguirre says, "Hey Randy, do you think 0.3 to 0.4, 3 cents to 4 cents by summer? Probably not. And do you think 10 cents is possible in long term? Well, 10 cents is possible at the peak of this next bull run. I think in market cap would be around the market cap would be around 30 billion for 10 cents. I'm almost all in on VeVe and OMI. Well, yeah, same. But 3 to 4 cents by summer, likely not. Do we get to half a penny by summer? Yeah, I think at some point in summer we'll reach half a penny or more. And I think we get 1 penny before the end of the year. All right, Gary says, do you own an AF-15 secret rare? I do not. The great comic will likely make people, hey, wait, what the fudge? $1? You sent me $1? All right, hang on. I have received $1. Well, that is not, I guess she's just giving me a test there. Well, test received of $1. That's amazing. Did they fix? Nope, ain't doing that. Ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, I don't have a secret rare, unfortunately. Cat216 says, "Oh wow, I love your real life goals. It's truly inspiring. Could you talk about that one day on a stream?" I mean, I kind of I just did. That's the goal. Like I Steve Irwin once said, "My mission for being on this earth is for the," and he goes into like the betterment of animals, the betterment of wildlife, just you know, helping the ozone layer, just making the world, making the earth a better place. Because we are guests on it. It does not belong to us. We just kind of live here for now, and we have to share it. And I think that despite what the news and what propagandists will have you believe, the earth is getting much, much better every single year. Every decade is better for the inhabitants of this earth than the decade prior. In 2000, the World Health Organization wanted to have absolute poverty or abject poverty by like 2016, and it did so by 2013. I mean, technology is just only better. Like a lot of the guys that I used to serve with, they were older, and they said, "Oh, back in the day when we would deploy, like to Iraq, whatever, in like '03 and '05, whatever, they didn't have like internet on their airbase. Like they couldn't video chat like their homes. In a lot of places, I mean, unless you're in like Al Qaeda and Al Assad, like unless you're in like airfields, there's going to be internet if you're in a deployed location. You could be in Candyland, you could be in Kandahar, you can be in Bagram, you can go and be in Ali Al Salem. You're going to have internet in most places, and you're going to be able to actually see your loved one's face. Like technology just gets better. People of Earth just have an easier time. I believe there's no better time to be alive than in 2024 right now. Obviously, when Trump was president a few years ago, there was no Russia wasn't invading Ukraine, and there's quite a bit more stability in the Middle East. I think that in the next couple of years, regardless of who's president, that situation will kind of take care of itself. But I believe that humans and technology are going to get so good over the next 100 years, and we will likely have a civilization on Mars. And I think that in the future, well, right now, countries tend to not care about stuff like the environment or animals unless the average GDP per person is like 5,000. And if it's not that, then they don't care. Once that happens, then they start to care. And I think that in the future, humans as a race might be they'll likely be very sad that there weren't more people to kind of save the species that there are on Earth right now. Because I think everything's an endangered species. Like if there is no other life in this universe, which I'm pretty sure there is, hashtag aliens, that everything, like cows are endangered, like insects are endangered. Like there's only one Earth. If you subscribe to the Copenhagen interpretation, I think there's many world theories, but that's just a whole other thing. Um, I just think that humans in 100 years from now, if we lose these animals, people might be sad that they never got to see them, and they might be sad that nobody tried to save them while they were here. So that's my goal, and I could fail. I think by 2030, I have 100 million in net worth, and I will spend 90% of it on this project, and I'm going to do that knowing that I will likely fail a good bit. But the hope is that as I kind of move the ball forward a little bit, people that are better and smarter than me go and kind of pick up the torch and be like, "Hey, I love what you're doing, but you're doing it wrong. Here's how we should do it. Here's how some ideas that I have." And hopefully, those better, smarter people can take over, because I'm just, I'm only one person here. So yeah, that's the ideas. So how about saying, what's your thoughts on Cavel's vid, Open Ready Player One? Well, all right. So confession time here. I don't have a lot of free time. I have very, very little free time, and I don't have a. There are very few other videos of anyone else that I watch, and it's not me saying like, well, Chavez, that's not very supportive of you. You should really support the community. I support them with words. I support them with hugs. I support them by doing the best job that I can do. I love NFT pirates, right? I love Sleeping Comics, right? I love my collectibles, right? I love all these people. I feel like I only mentioned guys. Okay, I love K collections. I love VeVe Magic. I love girls too. All right, not just guys. I don't watch anyone's stuff, and it's not because I don't love them, because I do. I think they all have value, but I just don't have time. And if I'm not watching their stuff, you can be damn sure I'm not watching clickbait stuff. Um, I will go on and say that I have heard about the Readyverse or the Futureverse in the past, and I've taken a look at it. And I don't want to say it's a nothing burger, because having Warner Bros as a partner is cool. Having Warner Bros as a partner gives you, a little bit of clout, and with that, they can likely get other IP on board. They can likely go and get. They can use that as leverage. Say like, hey, we have Warner Brothers. You're going to want to be in the same shopping mall as them, so you're going to come on board, and they could likely go and get some more IP if they want. I don't know how much money they've raised. I don't know what their run rate is. I mean, no, they don't have any revenue right now. I don't know what their timeline is for how long until they get some form of revenue. I don't know how long they've been working on it. Right now, I'll say that even if everything comes together, and even if they go and um, do all of the things in the time that they think that they can, which delays are always inevitable, but they're not a threat to VeVe at all. They're not a threat to the VeVe verse. They are. I hope they do good things, and I hope they succeed, and I hope that we can all learn from each other. But VeVe has won this decade. I've said that since 2021, and the VeVe verse will likely have won the metaverse decade as well. But I'm just kind of saying what I know. I think that could be a very good company. I think that they could partner with some things. I think that they can go and people can make money there if they're successful, and I hope they are. But there's no threat there. VeVe has no serious competition, and I'm curious to see if VeVe Verse would have any as well. But else is not going to lie. I'm glad people are upset. I'm getting good deals and egging people onto floor what they have. Oh damn, you playing that 4D chess? Okay, can you send the rest? Are you gonna? All right, sorry. Um, give me a second here. Why do people do this? Um, yeah, God, if Bitcoin. All right, when Bitcoin hits 100K, dude, when Bitcoin reaches 100K, and a lot of that goes into altcoins and a decent amount goes into OMI, people are going to have that FU money, and they're going to be sweeping. They're going to be sweeping so many floors. It's going to be ridiculous. Be ridiculous. Um, nuts. Other than the test, okay, at all massive. Yep, want to guarantee myself. Yep, got to be patient on a bunch of things. Moving on here. Do you who skips sleeping vids? We talk like it's like we're friends. And I do watch his stuff. But he doesn't make. He was probably a bad example because he doesn't make vids that often. But yeah, I do watch his stuff. Evan Carter says, "Community loves you." Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Bay. I love y'all too. Feel like Johnny Bravo. Loki's a Sonic would be dope. Believe me, he would be, and I think that he has a possibility to come one day. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, that's just my theory there. Let's see what else we got. Crazy. Have I told you lately? Oh, my neck doesn't feel good at all. I'm gonna have to eat some more. But I think that's gonna be it for me today. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. And thank you, Connor, for the super chat. I forgot to love that. Let me go love that on my thing. Give that a little heart from Randy Chavez. All right, I love you guys. Catch y'all later. Bye. In 3.